Hello students, Namaste. In this video, let us understand the need, objectives and achievements of microfinance in India. As we all know that microfinance is a model evolved in recent years to extend financial services to the poor who are deprived of the services of modern formal banking institutions. So, in this video, first let us look into the need and objectives of microfinance and later on the achievements and failures of microfinance. Microfinance model has evolved over the years to accomplish certain objectives, mainly to improve the quality of life of the poor by providing access to formal financial and support services, to mobilize resources for viable productive income generating activities and to reduce their poverty. It also aims at creating opportunities for self-employment for the underprivileged. Microfinance also aims at training rural poor in simple skills and enable them to utilize the available resources and contribute to the employment and income generation in the rural areas. Finally, microfinance aims at attaining viable financial institution developing sustainable communities. Microfinance institutions extend financial support to the people through the self-help group for the development of entrepreneurship, mainly among the women, which will bring about economic, social, health, and education improvement, leading to total family empowerment. Microfinance provides financial services to those whose income is small and unstable. Needs of the poor people are small and arise suddenly. The institutional providers of finance, mainly banks, demand collateral security which these poor people cannot provide. Most of the time, they are in need of funds to meet their consumption demands related to education, illness, funerals, weddings, for which it is difficult to obtain institutional finance. They also need finance for purpose of investment in income generating activities. So, this diagram tells us something important aspects about microfinance. Microfinance means lending money to the poor without collateral security. The loan may range from 10,000 to 1 lakh rupee. The loans may be provided for a short period of 6 months to 3 years at affordable rate of interest, which also encourages a savings habit among the poor people, which enhances financial literacy, which provides social security schemes, which provides security, which builds relationship. This is how microfinance operates. So microfinance aims at assisting communities of the economically excluded to achieve greater levels of asset creation and income security at the household and community level. Access to financial services to poor enable them to become economic agents of change. So, microfinance is a proven part of the formula for beating extreme poverty. Microfinance can boost, encourage agriculture and ensure food security. Microfinance offers access to health care where other options are simply not available. It also promotes gender equality and empowers women and girls. Microfinance promotes inclusive economic growth and stimulates productive employment for the poor. The key features of microfinance is it lend money to the poor people, do not take any security, encourages savings for borrowing, provides short-term loans, the cost covering interest rates very low. The main features of microfinance are it is the tool for the empowerment of the poor people. Loans under microfinance programs are very small. The targets are poor households. Credit under microfinance follows savings or thrift. Transaction cost is very low due to group lending. There is transparency in operation. Repayment period is very short. Procedure is very simple, free from cumbersome process. Chances of misutilization are rare because of peer pressure. Peer pressure act as the collateral security. Always loan disbursement is based on the need. Ensure prompt repayment. Microfinance model, what we have in India, we have the microfinance institutions. They obtain funds from financial institutions, banks, donors through private equity. So raise the fund and lend money to self-help groups, and these self-help groups in turn lend money to the members. This is the microfinance model which is very popular in India. These points highlight the importance of microfinance. It allows people to provide for their families. More importantly, microfinance gives people access to credit. Otherwise, they are deprived of formal credit. Banks don't entertain them. So, microfinance is a mechanism which provides affordable credit to the poor people. It serves those who are often overlooked, neglected in the society. It focuses on empowerment of the people. It encourages people to save, borrow money, and utilize for productive purpose. It ensures better recovery because there is peer pressure. The fund borrowed will be utilized for the purpose for which it is borrowed. It promotes education. It creates the possibility of a future investment. It is a sustainable process. By providing short-term funds, it generates real jobs in the rural areas. Not only encourages the habit of saving, it also reduces stress, and often the economic gains are very, very significant. Poor people now has access to the formal credit through microfinance institutions, which they will use it for the income generating activities, which will enable them to repay borrowed money. So encourages saving, investment, promptness, and economic empowerment. Therefore, we say microfinance, small amounts of money to the needy people has macro impact, which encourages people to take up economic activities, which encourages people to take up income generating activities, which encourages people to be self-employed. As a result, it encourages people to engage in economic activities and come to the mainstream of economic development. So poor people, when they come under the umbrella of microfinance, very easily they get collateral free loans, which encourage them to engage in economic activities, and thereby they will be empowered. If we look into the achievements of microfinance in India, see, we have self-help group bank linkage model, a landmark model initiated by NABARD in 1992 to deliver affordable doorstep banking services to the poor people. It is a very effective intervention in economic upliftment and financial inclusion for those at the bottom of the pyramid. It is a proven platform initially conceived for increasing the outreach of banking services among the poor. The SHG Bank Linkage Program, led by NABARD, had a modest beginning with 225 credit-linked groups and a loan amount of Rs 29 lakhs in 1992. The growth in number of SHGs availing bank loan and amount of institutional credit disbursed to SHGs was 16.6%, that is 31.46 lakh SHGs, and 33.2%, that is rupees 7 lakh 76,059 crores respectively during 2019-20. Microfinance in India faces number of challenges. There is the problem of over indebtedness. When collateral-free loans are made available, encourages poor people to borrow heavily. Their debt burden increases year after year. Many times there is a criticism. The rate of interest charged by microfinance institutions are very high compared to the commercial banks. They focus only on microfinance. They only focus on microcredit. They don't focus on other banking services like saving, money transfer, microinsurance, etc. Most of the financial institutions, microfinance institutions, depend on banking system only. There is inadequate investment validation. There is lack of enough awareness of financial services. There is also a question of regulatory issues. And also there are number of models of microfinance. Which model is more viable, more suitable? So there is a problem of choice of appropriate model. The concept of microfinance, introduced in the Indian economy with the primary objective of financial inclusion for more impoverished and backward sections, especially the women. Factors like the support of NABARD, linkage of banking system with the self-help groups have further steered the undeserved sectors of the Indian economy towards success through microfinance. Yes, microfinance is a successful model in achieving financial inclusion and empowerment of the poor, mainly empowerment of women. Thank you.